everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm Drew here with Danny, and today we're going to be talking about respect, because respect is one of the most fundamental values of life. It's the base, the foundation for just about everything. From there, everything just builds off of it. So why don't you start us off, Daniel?
So I think it's really important. It's super important, because if you're not respected, nobody's going to trust you. Nobody's going to want to be friends with you, or people are going to want to take advantage of you. So building that respect gives you, well, people are going to trust you. You can work with people. You won't be being taken advantage of. And I'm really thinking of how to build the respect, because some people must be wondering how, how do I get respect? And that's from, you probably meet somebody for the first time, and maybe they make a lot of money. You might respect them for those reasons. Maybe they have their life in order. You might respect them for those reasons. But I feel like what's going to be super important is the people that you are related to, or your close friends, or the people you work with, that you gain their respect, because those people are going to mean the most to you. And most of the time, they're going to know more about you, and it's easier to lose the respect that they have for you. And a lot of the time, what you're going to have to do is, people respect people that are willing to risk conflict, that are willing to, so you got to be willing to ask for what you want, or what you need, right? And risking, someone being upset over that. I think that's huge, right? But it also needs to be, you'll need to reinforce it, right? You could be respected, for 10 years, and then you just stop, reinforcing whatever you reinforced before. So like boundaries, which boundaries build a lot of respect, because you're standing up for yourself. And people want to be around other people that are able to stand up for self, and able to stand up for themselves, and are kind of strong enough to be independent and hold their own.
Yeah. And I think that's where it starts, is respect is a lot like love. You have to start, you were like, how do you get respect? And why is it so important, right? And respect starts with yourself. You need to value yourself and respect yourself and love yourself, right? And I mean, they all kind of encompass the same thing, right? It's you having a value on yourself, right? And when you have that value, you do respect yourself, and you hold yourself to a standard. And when you do that, it's reflected. You only permit people in your circle who respect you and love you. People tend to see the fact that you respect yourself, and that you see yourself as valuable, and worthy of love, so they'll do the same to you. And so it starts with you holding yourself to that level, because
it's like that parable in the Bible about the it was about the, I think is the slaves or something like that, where one of the slaves had a lot to owe the king, and then the king forgave the slave and gave him money, but the slave had his own slave that the same situation happened, and basically the slave under the other slave begged him for money, and he wouldn't give him a second chance like the king did, and the king found that out, and lost all respect that he had for his slave. That makes sense. It's kind of like, if you don't do something yourself, you can't ask someone to be on time if you're not on time yourself.
Right. Well, it's a matter of your public life has to, what is it? Your public life has to be congruent with your private life. You know, you can't resemble one thing and then not live that same thing behind the scenes. And it goes the same with what you're saying. You can't treat people one way and then expect to be treated the other way. A good respect built on a good, you know, honest foundation is going to be, you treat people this way and you get treated that way, and you only let people treat you that same way.
Right. Because you can gain respect. I mean, the bad kind of respect is you can gain respect from having power and taking advantage of other people. And of course, nobody wants to mess with you because you'll do the same to them.
But I think the biggest thing is going back a couple steps is one, it starts with you. If you don't respect yourself, nobody will, right? Everything that happens in your life, you permit to happen. If you're letting people mistreat you, it's because you're letting them get away with that. And that shows a low level of respect. So when you respect yourself, you do have boundaries. You do hold people, you know, to your standards if they're going to be in your life. You don't tolerate, you know, disrespect or dishonesty or whatever it is you don't like. You don't tolerate it if it goes against your morals. It starts with you knowing your own value, respecting yourself, and living out that. And then people will see that, and if they fail to do that, then you'll probably kick them out of your life. And if they'll successfully do that, and they'll respect you back. And from there, it builds up. It's like when people respect you, they can feel safe around you, right? They know you're probably trustworthy. You're probably honest. You probably have integrity. You probably got other people's back, right? They're like, this guy's a good dude. I see the way he lives. I respect that, you know, he puts in the work. And because I know he puts in the work, I know that I can trust him to do this. I know that I can expect him to be honest. I know that I can look to this person for whatever it is, whether it's help or honesty or safety or whatever. It's like, from there, everything just builds up. When you have respect for yourself, other people have respect for you. When you have respect for yourself, you tend to be living, typically, if you really do have respect for yourself, you tend to be living with integrity, and you have a good set of morals that you're leaning back on and living your life to. And because of that, people want to follow you. People want to turn to you. Maybe you aren't even leading. Maybe they just turn to you and expect you to lead because they know that you can, because they respect what you have to say and what you have to do, and what sort of advice you'd offer and where you would take them.
Just to trust.
Yep. And that's I think the biggest thing is honestly, I think when you have respect for yourself and you've earned respect from other people because you respect yourself, people can trust you. And from there, everything else grows, right? Because with trust comes love. With trust comes safety. With safety comes love. So maybe I should have said that first. With trust, people can trust you so they feel safe. And when they feel safe, they can love you, especially in the case of women, because women need to feel safe to be able to love people. And men need to know that they can trust you to be able to respect you, and they need to be able to respect you in order to be able to trust you. So they're all very important, between being honest and being trustworthy and being respected and having respect and all that good stuff. But I think it really just starts with respect, because it starts with you. It starts with you loving yourself. It starts with you valuing yourself. And it starts with you living out that example where you do respect yourself, and it results in other people doing that to you and giving you that. what you've
Right.
earned, actually.
I think another point I want to make is that respect has to be like, even though you can you respect yourself, say you take care of yourself, you know, live a life you want to live, you also have to earn respect from others. And that may take some time, but that's by jumping on every opportunity.
But that's
to-
what comes with when you respect yourself, you live out a life that people know they can respect you because it's your actions. You earn respect through your actions. People are like, look what this dude does, look how this dude acts. I respect
Mhm.
that, right? And that's because you started by respecting yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. But it's not just your actions. I feel like a huge part of it is setting boundaries.
But that is your actions. The
Yeah, that
boundaries
is
you
your
set
actions.
are your actions. It's not your words, it's your action. You have to earn respect, obviously. Coach says you don't get what you want in life, you get what you negotiate, right? You get what you earn, right? And that's respect.
Get what you
Um,
deserve.
if you're willing to earn it, you'll get it. If you're willing to negotiate it, you'll get it. But you have to do it through actions. You can't just say it, you have to live it. And that's how, like what you were saying, people come to respect you because they see that they can, they see that you're worthy of respect, they see that you're trustworthy, or that maybe you're not trustworthy, maybe you're a fear-provoking dude, but they respect you for your actions nonetheless. Maybe that's not good, but they still respect you because your actions demand it. And that's huge, because even if they don't trust you, they'll still respect you if you demand it through your actions. There's good ways to demand it, and there's bad ways, obviously. But you don't truly earn it unless you do it through good ways, like actions could be anything. Actions could be holding a gun to someone's head saying, hey, pay up your money. Or your actions that you live by, where you do help people in need or something, I guess, quote unquote, good actions. They see you earned the respect. You didn't just take the respect, if that makes sense. You basically put yourself out there for it.
Agreed. All right. I think we should wrap it up.
So that's our little tidbit on respect. Thanks for watching. Check it out.
Remember to walk the walk, not
and
talk
feel
the
free to
talk.
build on that. But yep, absolutely. Live your life the way you want others to live theirs.